Hey everybody, Madman here. I know it's been a while since I've posted any kind of videos, but there's been a lot going on behind the scenes in terms of this channel, game development, and mainly the reason why I'm doing this video is to announce that we are having the second Chicago Axis and Allies BBR tournament this year in June. Last year we had it in June. It was a success. It was the smallest of the three BBR tournaments that happen each year, but it was a success, and we're doing it again this year. And we've already got a little bit more of a turnout than last year. So it's going to be June 21st through 23rd, which is a Friday, Saturday, Sunday. And it's going to be at the same location as last year as well. So that's the Hampton Inn and Suites in Addison, Illinois. Addison, Illinois is basically like a suburb of Chicago, if you're not familiar. And it's pretty close to the airport, about 10-15 minutes away. So it's a pretty convenient location. And last year we had nothing but good reviews for the venue. Really great space, a lot of open space. You could easily fit 10 tables in there, maybe even 12. More than enough space than we need. We had 2 refrigerators in there, temperature controlled. The service there was great, free coffee, awesome space. So I'm glad to be having that again there too. And I just want to put this video out just for any of you in the community or who follow my channel were not aware that we were having this tournament again this year. This is for you. People in the know, a lot of the people who attended last year already know, and are most of which are attending this year. And just to let you all know that registration has been open for a little bit. It's still open. I probably want to have the cutoff point at about 2 weeks before the event, but we'll see. We'll see if we can accommodate any time closer to that too. But I'd rather it be about 2 weeks out, just to know how many tables we need, how many pieces we need, and all the other game components needed to play the game. So there isn't going to be too much. I'm not going to go into too much detail in this video just about the tournament and etiquette and rules and stuff, just because I'm going to probably hold off till as we get closer to the tournament. I might do another video next week or the week after, and just like last year, just sort of cover things for new people coming to the event. So like I said, it's going to be at the Hampton Inn and Suites, Addison, Illinois, June 21st through 23rd. Registration fee is $100, which covers lunch each day, which is a hot meal. I believe last year we did Chick-fil-A, Jersey Mike's, I think. We did sub sandwiches, it was one of those days. And then Domino's the third day. So we might do something similar, might change up a vendor here and there, but we'll just got to see what kind of deals we have available. The hotel provides free hot breakfast each morning, so it's a pretty nice hotel. We do have a block of rooms dedicated to this event, so if you're looking to stay at the Hampton Inn and Suites, which would be pretty convenient, if you just walk down the stairs or down the hall and start playing each morning. I do have a block of rooms. I forget what the charge is per room, but we do get a little bit of a discount as well. So let me know. I will put the link for that also in the description of this video, just in case you want to take a look at it. What else was I going to cover? So last year we had 5 tables. This year we're looking to have probably 6 or 7. I'd love to have more. We can definitely accommodate more. So if you are interested, please let me know. Comment below in this video or shoot me an email. My email is grandcommandgaming@gmail.com. I will put that also in the description. What else? Covered cost, covered food. We will have prizes again, like last year. The matchups that we do will be based on the system used last year, which we were the first tournament to employ this system. Now all the tournaments employ this system, which is basically that based on your PLA, which is your player lifetime score average, basically, I forget exactly what it stands for. Basically, your player rank will factor in to how you are seated in the tournament. So between your teammate or your 2 other teammates, if you have a 3-person team, we'll take the average of your PLA cumulative as a team, and that will be your score. So for example, if each one of the players on your team is a 2.0 PLA, well, your average is going to be a 2.0. So And that will factor into whether you are in the top tier or the bottom tier. And again, I'll go over all this in a future video. I don't think it's really needed to go over that right now, but basically if you're coming in brand new, you've never been to any tournament at all, you're going to start as a 0.0. And that's not to say that you're bad. That's just to say that you're an unknown and we don't know how to rank you. So you would be in the lower tier, but that first day you might be playing a tougher team, but the second day you'd be playing a much easier team theoretically. So it all sort of balances out in the end. What else? I can give you a channel update as well at the end, but that's about it for right now. Unless I think of something. I'm trying to squeeze this video in while I'm working. So other than that, let me know if you're interested in attending. Please do. We're getting closer. We're under 2 months from the event, so it's coming up pretty quick. And I have a lot of work to do to get things ready. So luckily, a lot of the groundwork was laid last year. So most of the materials needed to play the game I've got is just getting updated rule books and setup charts and maybe some additional pieces I may need and, stuff like that. Oh, and that's one thing I wanted to mention too. We are playing the latest version of BBR, version 6.8, which is the same version that was played at the St. Louis tournament in March, not too long ago. So we are not gonna. Last year there was a little bit of a hurry in getting sort of like the new version, waiting on Sire to have the new version ready before the Chicago tournament. So we had sort of like a hybrid version at that point, and it was a little bit confusing. It was a little bit of a rush. So there's no worries this year. The version 6.8 rulebook is already out there on the BBR Discord. I'll try and see if I can get a link to that posted in the description as well, in case you want to look at that. So those rules have been out for a while. That's what we're sticking with, regardless of what happens with BBR, if anything. From now till June 21st, we're going with version 6.8. So no worries there. And stay tuned for more updates on the tournament. In other news, I've been working on a Napoleonic Wars game. After me and Moose Cow had finished off Kings and Kaisers version 1.5, which we feel is the definitive version, basically. There's no plans for 1.6 at all right now. I mean, we are talking, I don't want to spoil anything for Moose Cow at all, but we are working on some other ideas for Kings and Kaisers, but that don't involve a version 1.6. It's smaller and optional. So I'll just leave it at that. But after working on Kings and Kaisers version 1.5, it's been a long time desire of mine to start working on a Napoleonic Wars game that sort of has a victory point driven system like BBR and Kings and Kaisers. So basically like a BBR of the Napoleonic era. It's been an idea I've had for years. And finally, I've done a lot of work in the last 6 to 9 months on that. So I have a map ready. There's been a lot of play testing. It's very much in a beta state. A lot of the components like the trackers and rulebook are not even fleshed out and fully developed yet. It's just the map is pretty cool and ready. I got pieces on the board. I have a test going right now. So that's been a lot of fun. I think I might have one of the prototype maps as a prize at the BBR Chicago tournament in case people want it, because I like maps. I think they're cool. If I saw a cool map as a prize, I'd probably want it, even if I didn't play the game. If it wasn't ready, I just like maps. So, maybe I'll bring one of those just as a prize, see if anybody has any interest in it, or just to show it off. So yeah, that's what I've been working on lately. Not a lot of games of Kings and Kaisers, unfortunately. We do want to have a YouTube Kings and Kaisers game after the Chicago tournament, so looking to get back into that too. And then went to the St. Louis tournament. I know Moose Cow did a recap video on that, and yeah, they won gold. Congrats to them. That was Moose Cow, Crowfather, and Jonah winning gold. And then the team I was on, myself, Hammer Time, and Jabshire won silver in a very hard-fought game. So that was probably the most intense game I've been in. And the year prior, we were at St. Louis, we were in the Iron game, which was also a very intense game. So we tend to get into some pretty good scraps at these tournaments. So all right, well, that's it. I'll stop chatting, but send me your questions below or email me or find me on the WhatsApp chat room for the BBR tournament. and I'll be sure to answer your questions. So stay tuned for details. June 21st through 23rd, $100 registration fee at the Hampton Inn and Suites, BBR Chicago. I hope you see you there.